Birds. Oh, he's wounded. Okay. Are you okay, boss? You need to get okay. I'm gonna just kind of reason why I'm starting this channel. And so, I guess I've always really been interested in videography, and in life, I've always wanted people to hear what I had to say. You know, growing up, I never really had the ability to speak to people, and I was always a little shy and like kind of awkward. But as I got older, you know, I really practiced on trying to be able to talk to people, and you know, basically, I always wanted to kind of feels a little too. There you go. I've always wanted to just be able to speak about my ideas and my thoughts, and I think at this point I realized that I used to make videos all the time. I used to, you know, edit little compilations. You know, if you look at the YouTube, I'm gonna unprivate them. But this was when I was younger. I used to make videos all the time, and maybe not a lot, but I used to make a couple. And it was always in the fascination of knowledge and the fascination of, you know, how to do certain things or what you should do or how to do it. I was never good at talking to people, and I guess over time I got better. And there's still a lot to do. There's a lot more to do. But I guess the point of this is why am I redoing what I'm doing? Why am I gonna start making more videos? Why do I think that's something? And it's because we're living life. You know, I've worked multiple jobs at 12 hours, 8-hour days, you know, even sometimes 15-hour days. And so, you know, physical labor, mental type thing, you know, sales, whatever it is. And I realized that the longer you live, the kind of more you kind of realize, okay, there's two sides to life. You know, obviously you need to support yourself, you need to support your people, support your family, all that. But then there's another side, and that's the longing, you know. You long to have love, you long to have relationships, and that doesn't just have to be sexual, it could be anything, you know. But you long for relationships. And that was one thing that I always in my life, you know, strived for. I used to have many friends, but the one thing that I got stuck in was the idea of how, you know, I know all these people, but nobody truly knows me. And the truth is that you don't want the whole world to know you. You know what I mean? The minute everyone's coming up to you and grabbing you and saying, yo, hello, how are you doing? It's like, what is that? You know, that's not what life is about. You know, life is about living whatever you want, you can go do it, you know? But I always, when I was younger, I used to chase this validation of wanting more, and I want more people to talk to, more things to do, this. And as you graduate high school, you realize, you know, no matter how talkative I am, I maybe speak to maybe 20 people a day, you know? Or if I'm at work, maybe I might speak to a couple hundred. But the point is that it's never enough. And so when you put your own self in that, you realize that you want more. You realize, what can I do for myself? And you have to go back to your own personal ideas. I originally started this YouTube channel to inspire myself, but then inspire others too. I really wanted to push my own vibrations on other people. Now, that's one thing that I think you can do. You can vibrate your energy onto other people, and you can make them feel good, or make them feel whatever you want to feel, right? And the thing is that I love the job that I have. I do well for myself. I love going to the gym. I love going to my job. I love doing all these things. But the key is that in life, I want to do more, and I want to leave my imprint on the world, and I will leave my imprint on the world. I will do more, and I will do all these things. So that's the rundown of my channel. That's basically why I'm here. Okay, I'm back. I think what I'll leave to this video, to finish it off after I've given my purpose and my goals, is I'm gonna give you some advice. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think you need to hear. And the truth is that there is no purpose to life. You have to create your own purpose. I think and you don't need to have it forever. I think a lot of people believe that they have a friend and they need to have that friend for the rest of their lives, or they have a job and they need to have that job for the rest of their lives. They have a passion, a hobby, whatever it is, they want to have that for the rest of their lives. And the key is that you can. It is possible to have that for the rest of your life. You're able to do that, if you really truly want to. You can do that. You can have that wife for the rest of your life, your husband for the rest of your life. You can have all these things, but the key is making sure that you yourself are still always doing more. You're still always going to the gym. You're still always bettering yourself, bettering your mind, reading, doing all these things. The key is that a lot of people forget that they have to continue to try no matter what they do every day. And a lot of people, that's why they fail. They start a business and they stop midway. They get a little bit there and they stop. It's the same with these videos. I would make these videos and they got a little bit of views, they got a little bit of subscribers, a little bit of followers, and I stopped because I said, wow, this is great. You marvel in what you have in the moment, but you don't ever see the foresight of what you're gonna get in the future. And that's one person's problem, right? The next person's problem is never starting. The key is that if you never start, you'll never get there. And if you don't start today, you're not going to start tomorrow. You're not going to start the next day. My best advice to you, that person who isn't going to start or hasn't started, is just to do it. I mean, what are you waiting for? If you're waiting for knowledge, you can learn while you do these things. These videos aren't going to be the best, when I continue to make these videos and I keep it going, and I'm 3,000 videos in, and maybe I have 30 billion subscribers, then I'm gonna look back on this video and I'm gonna say, wow, the audio was trash, the video quality was trash, everything was bad. But the key is that when you start something, it compounds. You should start investing today. You should start your videos today. You should start that job today. You should start those sports today. You should start reading today. You should learn that language today. Do all these things. The key is to do it now. And if you don't do it now, it'll never happen. Some people say, oh, people have it worse than me, and so I need to be humble. And so they don't project their ego. They don't project themselves out to the world. And when they don't do that, they don't truly become what they need to become. People don't get to the place where you want to be by being humble. You don't become a millionaire by being humble. You don't become the next Kanye by being humble. You don't become the next any musician, any actor. These people didn't get what they got because they were humble. They got it because they went for it and they said, fuck everyone else, let's get it done. That's the point. Do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I think this video is about to reach 10 minutes. Get that ad revenue hopefully someday. So I'm gonna leave it there. That's my goals. Those are your goals. I hope you do well. I hope you guys are happy. Stay up.